Hello, 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 and welcome to the creative world of Mrs. Raggett. It is a Sunday afternoon, and we've decided to become ragwiggers, hence the name Mr. and Mrs. Raggett. So, to make a ragwig, I've taken out one of my kits. It's got half a coffee sack, full-size coffee sack in there that we bought off the internet. The sacks cost around £1 each, and we can get 2 decent-sized rugs out of them. We've got some school jumpers and cardigans that have come from a uniform exchange. They're jumpers and cardigans that can't be distributed in schools because they're not to a certain standard. They've got either bubbles, bubbly bits on, or ripped bits on, or what have you, or they're just slightly discoloured. There's podder sticks in there and a pair of scissors to chop up the jumpers and cardigans. So let's take a look. This piece of sack that I'm going to be working on is quite a big and loose kind of weave, but it doesn't really matter on the weave or the texture of the rugs. The hessian for the rugs, to be honest, they all have their benefits. It's just a little bit looser to work with. In preparation for me to do this rug this afternoon, I've already pre-cut a cardigan. I'll not show the logo. I've taken the logo out. I've chopped off the collars, the cuffs and waistband. I'll find a use for those later. The logos will possibly go in the bin or disposed of in some way, shape or form. Right, let's get started. The sweaters and the cardigans I'm working with at the moment are quite a nice blue colour. They're slightly dark on the inside than they are on the outside, but it doesn't really matter. Some of the other ragwiggers I work with or have worked with in the past tend to cut their strips slightly different to me. They tend to cut theirs quite regimented, quite same thickness, same length, but I like the effect of it looking a bit raggedy. If I'm going to make a rag rug, I do like it to look a little bit raggy and what have you. So I'll just put those there so I can work with them. Right, so we'll take our piece of hessian. So quite a fair size. Like I say, it is half the size of a normal coffee sack. So to get started, and around the edges so the edges don't fray, I tend to fold them over. It does make doing this a little bit harder than in the body of the rag rug, because of course it's a little bit thicker. You're going through on the corners, you're going through 4 layers, where in the middle you're going through 1, down the edges you're going through 2. But personally, I think it saves time because you're not having to sew the edges down. It just makes it a little bit harder to get started. So here we go. As we take our podder stick, we create a hole. That these folded bits are going to be on the back, but we're going to create a hole. Take a bit of our cut up fabric, push it through when it wants to go through, pull it, wriggle it a little bit through the other side, create another hole, push, the other end through that hole when it wants to go. Like I say, this bit is the bit that's a little bit harder because you're going through a few layers. Let me see if my other stick's a little bit sharper. Here we go, this stick's a little bit sharper, so we push through, push it through, pull and wriggle, and there we go, we've secured that one. I don't miss a few, when we're doing a row, I don't miss a few, I go into the same hole as I've just gone into. So again, we give it a bit of a wriggle. There we go, we've come through the other side, get a bit more fabric, pop the end of that through that side, give it a wriggle and a pull. And it wants to come through. Give it a wriggle. There we go, it's come through. Mr. Ragged's itching to cough because he's still got his cough and his cold. I've still got a sniffly nose. We have been poorly for a week or two, but we are getting better. And then we go along. There we go, we go along. Create another hole. And push through. Give it a wriggle. And you just carry on going down in strips to create the row next to it. We do on this one, I do leave a gap. I then move along a few strands and then carry on. So it holds it all together, and that's what it looks like on the back, and that's what it'll look through on the front. So this is part one of the workshop. I will do a couple more of videos as we go along and show you the progression of creating the rag rugs. If you would like to see some more educational videos, please feel free to like and subscribe and help us keep going, and hopefully you'll enjoy creating as much as ourselves. But that's the basics of rag rugging, or the start of how to create a rag rug. Like I say, I will upload a couple more videos and show you our progression. There was one vital thing that I missed off the kit list. You can't make a good rug without having a good cup of tea to hand, and I'll be honest, that's one of Mr. Ragged's job. He makes a decent cup of tea. That's why I'm giving him a lesson in rag rugging. Right, I'll crack on with this rag rug. I'll put a follow-up video on later on when I've got a little bit more rag rugging done, and I'll let you see the progression. Please feel free to like, subscribe and comment on any of our videos, but please keep it nice, guys. We're here for a bit of fun. Right, see you later. Bye.